Okay, so we're here again, take number 2. Cheers, guys. Cheers to Simple Machine for providing the venue and the beers.
And always having a black IPA ready for me.
Yes. So, well, I was going to say, what are you guys drinking? And Andrew already
jumped
said,
in.
Yeah. So what do you have, my friend?
Delicious black IPA that I am lucky to be able to get. Basically, even in my side of town, people have this on, so that makes me happy.
You mean Dark Side of the Mash? Like Marshall's specific?
Yes, correct.
One of my favorites in the state.
Nice.
You have
Same.
one as well.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yep. Usually a wintertime beer, but glad that they're keeping it going throughout the season.
The season. It is. Is it winter?
Black
still?
IPA knows
pretty
no
cold.
season. I mean, I guess it's the wintertime, but
Yeah.
I know they have it on and around year round, so.
It's
Thank
a
you.
perfect 11 a.m. Friday beer, right?
This is what I need, yeah.
Chris, what do you have, my friend?
I got a hazy IPA. It's from Tombstone.
Yeah. It was their collaboration
Delicious.
they did with Tombstone. Another great 11 a.m. beer, double hazy
Absolutely.
IPA.
For the 3-year anniversary here,
Yeah.
they had 5 collabs?
5 collabs.
Wow.
Yeah. 5 or
Cool.
6. Yeah. I think 5. They canned 4 of them, and yeah, they do a good job here.
So
and
their tenure, they're going to be doing what, like 50?
I think
Yeah,
so.
that's right.
I think that's what they're trending for sure.
Extrapolate
Every
up.
single brewery in the state they're going to
Exactly.
do.
So better get started on that now. But no, congratulations to Simple Machine. They're my pals and always provide a venue for me to do these fun podcasts. And these are familiar voices because the 4 of us were on a podcast before together in a little bit of a different setting, right? I think we were in a conference room,
Yeah.
right? Which was still fun, but not as fun as this.
We didn't know what we were doing back then. We didn't know what kind of party we were getting ourselves into.
Just
So now
imagine.
we
No.
know.
We're such...
We can come back around and we'll do it on like home plate or something.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
that.
It's a
When?
good idea.
I'm holding you to it.
Wow.
Wednesday.
No. Wait, no. We got to get through spring training. We're growing the grass right now, so
Yeah.
we got to get ready. So last time we were on with Andrew, we had Sod Talk, which we talked all about sod. So
I heard.
but
yeah.
this is the continuation of Sod Talk.
Sod Talk too.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite.
Let's talk about sod. Sod
Chris, you hear about it a lot.
If you're ready to go to sleep, start now.
Sod Talk
This is
starts.
it.
Set the timer. And I'm enjoying a juicy Pilsner, which is a kind of a rare style, right? Is it a style? Andrew, you're a beer expert. Is juicy Pilsner a style?
Breweries can call whatever beer they want, whatever they want,
like
and they're
that.
not wrong.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it tells you what's in the glass, I think it's worth naming it whatever it is.
And it's delicious, so it all works out.
Yeah.
Everything is.
Are there stylistic guidelines associated with the Juicy Pilsner?
All I'm saying is that's going to win a gold medal. if
They're
it's the
breaking
only
new
one in the-
frontiers. New frontiers here.
Yes. Well, we did just design. So for Beer Week, we're going to talk about some of the events, but we're going to do a GoldenEye tournament. Remember the old days, like GoldenEye on Nintendo
Oh, yeah.
64?
For
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
So we're going to do one of those here, and so we did a GoldenEye PA, and the ABV is 007%. So no rules, right? You're doing the math.
I am. I'm like, what's the point?
I think it's just 7%.
Oh.
Not 0.007, just
Okay.
007.
Thank you.
Still doesn't make sense. But anyways,
That's all right.
we're not here to talk about all this confusing shit. right?
Math talk.
Put us to sleep.
Yes. All right, guys. So we're here. Beer Week is upon us. And what is the date today? The
Third.
Today's the third.
The 3rd. So in 13 days, Beer 10 Days is going to start, as we call it. Not Beer Week
Yes.
necessarily.
Yes.
Beer 10 Days. And
Yes.
this is your second Beer Week as part of the guild, Andrew? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you started. When did you start with the
I
guild?
started a week before Strong Beer last year.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Talk about trial by fire.
Jump right
It's
into
wonderful.
Yes. Well, so tell us a little bit about like your role in the past year with the guild, because you are what is your position?
I'm the
with that?
deputy director of the Arizona Craft Brewers Guild.
Excellent.
We basically, I am here. I feel like my most important job is to grow the community
Okay.
between breweries, which everyone has, their best friends that they like to hang out with, but to get everyone together and sometimes just talk outside your normal circle.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Making people uncomfortable. Get
Right.
outside their comfort, not making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a different part of your job, right?
It's the nipple in the beer thing. I hear you. We did a series of meetings through September and went all the way from Flagstaff Havasu, Prescott, Phoenix, Tucson, and Tombstone. Trying to get breweries that are in places that don't often get to see other breweries.
Yeah.
Getting them together and providing an opportunity to talk a little bit about what their lives are about. So that's pretty much my favorite thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What is that? How does that been received by the community? Because they were able to just kind of hide in their own corners and not having to bother them, and you come in. No.
Yeah. No, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
And I look forward. I want to do that probably twice.
Okay.
I want to do that again this year, March.
Okay.
I mean, when the weather's nice and I
Yeah.
can camp in Flagstaff and be good,
Yeah.
not freeze to death.
That's
I
a
really
good
save
benefit.
money for the guild by camping and sleeping in my car.
Oh,
It's
I'm
great.
sure. Yeah. You need to start like a vlog or something,
It's
like
fun.
tracking your experiences of the camping off
Yeah.
roading and.
It's a good idea,
Yeah,
except it
TikTok.
takes the work.
All right, so with Beer Week coming up, like what have you guys been doing because as we say, it's like herding cats, right? So what has it been like to try to get everybody, because you guys have on your website a calendar and try to make a centralized location for people to be able to view everything, right?
We had breweries
Yeah.
starting to put events in December, and the last week, it's just like avalanche of events being put on the calendar. I have to approve them all, which is why I have to look at every single event.
Okay.
And so it's very exciting to see all these things all of a sudden getting on that calendar. We even have some events in Tucson. We've got a bunch of events in Flagstaff that are already on the calendar, and then of course Phoenix has stuff.
Tons of stuff
Mhm.
going on, right?
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, it's including strong beer. I would say the start, because it doesn't start quite. It's the 18th, right? Is it the 18th?
Saturday the
Yeah,
18th.
Saturday
Yep.
The 18th. So it starts the 16th. Beer Week technically starts the 16th, but strong beer is like the most badass part of Beer Week.
So does everyone know why strong beer is 10 days? Or I'm sorry, Beer Week is 10 days?
No.
Because say 5 or 7 years ago or 10 years ago, when strong beer was the start of Beer Week, all these breweries were bringing in their brewers and the owners to do events the few days leading up to strong beer, and
Okay.
then they would take off on Sunday and go back home. And we were missing out on the opportunity to have those events be part of Beer Week if Beer Week started on strong beer.
Okay.
So we just backed it up to that Thursday and Friday, because that's when all of these people you want to see came in town. So now we just kind of wrapped that in.
Yeah. A little
So that is the history of why is Beer Week 10 days.
I like it. Interesting. These guys, they're
Makes sense.
Yeah.
mind's been blown like 4 times so far in this
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Learn something new every day.
Now these guys are going to talk about strong beer. I'm done talking about strong beer.
Yeah. Well, so had you guys been to strong beer like back in the heyday when there was 15,000 people at Indian Steel Park, right? Like what
Yeah.
was the biggest?
The biggest one was, there were 12,000 people. We had 10, I think 10,000 was the largest number of tickets ever sold.
Okay.
And then, I mean, there's at least 2,000 people that are working the event. So
Sure.
we're
That's a good
close.
point.
But 10,000 tickets is a pretty big event.
It's a huge event.
It's a huge event.
Yeah.
One day event, 5 hours long. Crazy.
It's intense. Had you guys attended?
I have, yeah. I
yeah.
attended
Yeah.
previously several years ago when it was a gigantic party, and that's what got me excited when we first started talking about the opportunity to bring Strong Beer Festival Salt River Field, just knowing what that event means to the beer community, the beer week, and just the valley overall. I mean, 22nd annual event for anything is remarkable.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see that come to Salt River Fields for the first year and grow that in future years with the Guild. It's going to be an amazing weekend of beer, and roll right into Beer Week. Keep the party going.
Heck yeah. Well, I was very excited to hear that you guys were going to be the venue for strong beer, because I know there was hims and haws about the location last year, right? With strong, I thought it went really well at Bell Bank. I thought it was a great venue, but people don't like change that much, right? And so when it's at Indian Steel Park for how many? 20 years? 18 years, something like
5.
that.
It had been at Mesa Amphitheater
I knew that.
before
I just wanted
that.
to
It
hear.
had been a bunch of places. I mean, when you think about strong beer, we're thinking about modern strong beer.
Sure.
All of us at this table.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, remember, before 10 years ago, it had already been going on for 10 years.
Okay.
And those
Yeah.
were like, there's not that many breweries in this state that are 10 years old.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was a much smaller kind of event.
Yeah.
But it was still strong beer. And that's when it used to be high alcohol
Strong
beers.
beer,
And
yeah.
that's literally all they brought
Yeah.
was 8% plus. That is troublesome in many ways.
Yes.
But we definitely want to dispel the myth that's all you can bring. And I still have brewers saying, we can't come this year. We don't have any high ABV beers.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're kidding me. That's not what this is.
Yeah.
Like, were you there? So it's strong in tradition, strong in flavor, strong in community. That
I like
is
that.
the strong beer.
Okay.
I-
And you can
I
still bring
change
a
it
strong
every time I
beer,
say
right?
it.
If you
Yeah.
have strong beers, you can bring them.
Most breweries bring at least one. That is a strong beer.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
back in the day, everything had to be over 7% or 8%.
Dang, that is
Yikes.
that.
It's a party.
It gets
30
dicey pretty
samples?
quick.
Yeah.
I think we need to bring that back on a lower scale, almost like a private party for all of us.
Yep.
And I'll even turn the microphones on just to get some interesting shit.
Capture the shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So you guys have done. How many years have you done Barrels, Bottles, and Brews?
This was
year?
our 4th annual
Okay.
in November. So,
Okay.
Yep.
And
So-
you guys have developed a reputation for creating a really badass festival, right?
Thank
Yeah, I think just helping like on the brewer side and also the patron side, making it a great experience for both
Yeah.
has been kind of what we do for all of our events and what we brought to AZB3 and
Yeah.
what we're looking forward to bringing to Strong Beer. So
Heck yeah.
making a positive experience for everybody.
How did this all work out, right? How did you guys decide because it was at Bell Bank Park, right? And multiple reasons probably why that, the venue change and all of that, right? So to bring it back to more of a central location, was it, you guys approaching the guild or the guild approaching you?
I've been. Sorry, I just screamed in the microphone.
Jesus.
Yeah, calm down.
I can't turn my microphones down that much. Now you're good.
Since we started Arizona Barrels, Bottles, and Brews, our relationship with the guild and the breweries has really evolved into one of trust and mutual admiration. When we started that concept, I've always been kind of, tapping Rob Fulmer and, guild members, presidents and board members like, hey, Strong Beer Fest, we will knock it out of the park. You guys should think about that.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time, and I know that they had different reasons to be down at Steel Indian, and then obviously the move to Bell Bank. But this year, with Super Bowl going on, lots of things kind of just lined up, and it was time to make the move.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's been 5 years, in my opinion, in the making. So I was playing the long strategy,
Yeah, I
and
like that.
just proved ourselves too. I mean, you can't just out of the blue just take this festival that's been successful for nearly 20 years in one location and be like, oh, just because Shaun says we should take it to Salt River Field, let's do it. It took that time to develop Arizona Barrels, Bottles, and Brews, prove that we know what we're doing, and just recognize that we bring a lot to the table logistically, operationally for an event and a festival. So we know
sure.
what we're doing, and I think that's really come to the forefront and why we make a lot of sense. We help plan, organize. We got Chris doing site plan, handling a lot of the brewer requests. We're ordering ice, like a lot of those things that would normally fall to the guild to really execute. We are able to pick up the baton, and we've got the partnerships, we've got the relationships that allows Andrew to focus on the beer community, and it allows Rob to focus on the legislature and his goals, and it allows the board members to just kick back, and hopefully they're kicking back and focus on what they do, and that's run a brewery. Right?
Marshall's, yeah, he's kicking back right now.
Yeah,
Laughing
he's
up there.
lazy. Marshall's lazy. Just kidding.
Horrible
I love you,
beers.
Marshall.
So if you think about it from our perspective, having a partner like Salt River Fields just makes the most sense, because if we do an event and we put it on at Steel Indian School Park, we're going to our fencing vendors, our porta potty vendors, our tent, and everyone. And we're saying we're maybe going to do 2 events a year. Well, these guys are doing 30, 40, 50 times a year. They're working with those same companies, and they can establish relationships that we just can't.
Yeah.
So having this organization manage those relationships just is so much smarter than trying to do it on our own.
Yeah.
And it does allow us to focus more on the experience that people coming to the event can have instead of just worrying about where to get the porta potties.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine where, like, we're talking with you guys about something that we have in mind for a taste of AZ. And just as I start to think about it, like, as I think, I get more tired than I'm just laying down, like, on the floor in my house. But to see what you guys do and not only, like you said, not only the experience for the guests that are coming to these things, but the vendors as well. People are having a great time. So I'm stoked that it's going to be at Salt River Fields. So for your job, Chris, right, to go from so we were trying to estimate how many vendors you guys had at Barrels, Bottles, and Brews, and I thought there was like 50. But there was
Right.
like, he's like, oh, there was
roughly.
21. It's like, shit, half. So now you're going from 20 to what? How many? 100 and
There's about 139 breweries right now,
And that's
it's
it.
Just and
Shut off.
139 breweries with
We're
tents.
done. Yeah,
And
we're
then we
done.
have
And
other
then-
breweries that are pouring off draft trucks with their distributor too.
Okay.
So it's 100 and whatever we said.
149, I think
Yeah,
it is.
it's a
total
lot.
amount
I
of breweries and
updated the
beer that's gonna be
website
out there. Yeah.
yesterday with
Yeah,
all
it's-
of their logos, all of them. I had
Wow.
to scrape them all off the web.
Ooh.
My computer is full of brewery logos.
Yeah.
Could you share that folder with me?
It's crazy, like how many we had. We've had other larger events like Arizona Taco Fest and some other bigger events that have had 200 vendors at a time. So
Sure.
we've had experience with loading in people and getting them in and set up and having a positive experience through that.
Yeah.
And we're going to take that to the Arizona Strong Beer and hopefully make it a positive experience for everybody getting in. Now we're trying to ask our breweries to get in on Friday to set up early, and we're
Okay.
trying to incentivize that too with some spring training tickets
Oh.
that they can get through us if they come on Friday. So that'll hopefully help relieve some of the stress. But that's what, our bread and butter is logistics in
Sure.
these bigger events and getting things set up and making sure they run the right way through the parking to vendor setup to opening gates and tickets and stuff. We have a lot of experience and we enjoy doing it too. So yeah.
And where will it be located, right? Because I think of the center field area that the Barrels, Bottles, and Brews is at. That's not going to be where it's at, though.
No, yeah, it's on our large 15-acre grass field. So it's
Okay.
one of the fields out there. We call them multi-purpose fields. They're just where soccer plays. It's adjacent to the stadium. It's kind of on the northwest side of the complex, just off Pima Road.
Okay.
And that's where we had a lot of these large festivals. And this is where the Strong Beer Fest is going to plant its flag. So we're excited for it. It's going to be a great experience. The grass isn't going to be in top-notch shape, but it's still a nice area for both breweries and the guests out there. So we're looking forward to it.
So
Sod talk.
Sod talk.
Sod
Here
talk.
we go. Sod
These
talk
guys
brew.
2.0.
These guys really want to have green grass. I'm like,
We
no,
do.
it's
It's
okay.
gonna
It would
get
be
Make
great.
destroyed,
sure everybody
though,
knows.
right?
And we do have a baseball game going on that day too, so everyone
really?
knows. So we're hosting the 3rd or 4th annual
Desert
Invitational. What is it called?
Desert Invitational
Desert
Classic. It's changed
Invitational
its name.
Classic. It's a Major League Baseball sponsored initiative with some college baseball teams that are in the Valley 6. College baseball teams, I think, are playing various venues, and one of them being ours on Saturday at 1 p.m. So we've got some signage. We've got a plan. We're going to be all right.
Yeah.
But,
That's also for Friday. I mean, the VIP to pick up your tickets in advance on Friday, you can come in and see, I think it's U of A versus Tennessee.
which is the marquee matchup of the weekend. Yeah.
Big game, and pick up your tickets and enjoy some sample
I
beers on
didn't
our
know we
Pepsi
knew
patio.
who the teams were.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's good.
GCU's in this tournament too,
Okay.
Yeah.
and
UC San Diego, Michigan
State.
wow,
So
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So we're excited about certainly the Friday night thing. It's a VIP pickup. So if you've purchased Super VIP or VIP, you can come to the ballpark on
Okay.
Friday night from 5 to 7 p.m. the game is at 6, but come at 5, and we'll be up on a private patio. We'll have some of our brewers there, breweries, local Arizona Guild members handing out some samples of their stuff. We're going to have a bar open to buy some beer, and we're going to keep it at $4 for some beer. So
Nice.
make it affordable. Watch some college baseball, get a little baseball taste. Concession stands will be open, but just an opportunity to come and get your wristband, get ID'd, any swag that you're picking up, and just be a part of your community. That's also an important piece. You could be able to talk to some of the brewers and owners will be there for sure. Just different various members of the beer community that are important. So it should be a fun event. I know it's happened before at various tap rooms or breweries in the past, but this adds a different layer to that, an opportunity that, again, something that Salt River Fields brings as an add-on, as a little bit of a plus up for this pickup party, so to speak. So anybody that has that, just come on Friday. Get your stuff, get your wristband, and then on Saturday at 11:30 when we open gates, just we'll have an express
right
lane. You walk right in, grab your cup, and be first in line at the 007 beer or whatever you've got your eye on.
Heck yeah.
So can't stress that enough.
I like that. Okay, so and I think what Super VIP is already sold out. People already jumped on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
like
pretty.
sweet.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We sold tickets. The first day was at Barrels, Bottles, and Brews. That was the day that tickets went on sale, and most of the tickets we sold at that event were Super VIP because these are people who love beer. I mean, they're already at one of the best events in the state, and they're like, "Let's go to the other one."
Yeah.
So we sold a lot of them at that event.
Did you guys know at that point did you guys already know that it was going to be at Salt River Fields by the time AZ Barrels? Okay. Because it was announced during the Craft Beer Awards, which was sometime between January and December
of last year.
It's October.
I can never remember so it was announced, and then and this guy too. Like I remember at the Button Brew House, the Oktoberfest that they had. You and your wife Bonnie they were slinging tickets like crazy. Luke and I. We were over here trying to sell our beer book, and people were like, we already spent our money on the tickets. Like, dang, these guys, they're calling people over. No, you do a great job at that. So I could see at Barrels, Bottles, and Brews how you guys knocked that out of the park.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Super VIP sold out. Their brunch is going to be at Phoenix Beer Co.'s restaurant at
nice.
Via de Ventura and
Hayden.
Up by you guys.
Right next door.
So we're keeping it close to the stadium because we know some people are going to be getting hotels around there and spending the night, and didn't want them to have to travel too far. So it worked out just right. And our sample glasses this year are going to be made out of glass. Because I'm so sick of plastic, I don't even know how to explain it. So much plastic.
Can't you recycle plastic, but you can't recycle glass?
Glass is infinitely recyclable.
Oh, well, why doesn't Gilbert take my glass anymore? They don't want my.
I've heard that.
They said throw it in the trash.
Chandler does. I don't know.
Oh,
still better for the environment, glass than plastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I don't. What?
Recycle talk.
Wild. And then our Super VIPs also get a custom glass that's going to be similarly. Well, the sample glass is like can shaped. The small one.
Yeah.
And then the Super VIPs is going to be a can-shaped glass. The big version
like
with
12-ounce
full color logo for Strong Beer and the year on it. Because last year, when I was, again, just starting my job and handing out the swag, I got a lot of pushback about why doesn't it have the year on it? Why doesn't it have the year on it? So
we can reuse what we don't use.
I know,
Some
but
money for
here's the
really
thing.
caught up in those details.
Here's the thing: we
I'm
can
wrong
still
then.
use it as whatever it is for the next year, and then next year we can redate it again. It's okay. It's all right.
I like it.
I'm
I
not buying
redated a few
10,000
girls.
of them.
January 1st, I opened up all my boxes of old shit. And just
Break 'em.
start breaking
That's right.
It's bullshit. Okay, so VIP, though, is still available, right? People can still get VIP. What does VIP come with? Why? I know why VIP. Why I want to do VIP, but what is...
Get in early.
Yes. The biggest benefit, I think.
Well, we had a long talk with our event committee about what is VIP. Our VIP ticket's only $20 more than a GA ticket. Essentially, you get a private space. There's a VIP area that's got tables, chairs, shade, restrooms, kind of get away a little bit, set up a little area.
Yeah.
You get in early, so that's a big deal.
Huge.
Yeah, I like that. That's my favorite part.
And then also you get a few more tickets, which I think is
more
probably going to be
tastings.
phased out.
And
Because-
the Friday night thing, like just
And
being
that's
able to
the
come on
huge
Friday
thing.
night
Yeah.
and
Friday
get your
night.
stuff and be done. You're going to be ID checked there. You literally show up and party, which for those of us that have gone to festivals and events and plan them professionally, as an event and festival goer, if you can just walk in
Mhm.
and avoid that step and just thumb your nose at everybody as you walk
Yeah.
by them with a sense of elitism,
Yeah.
Truly
do it.
VIP. Yeah,
that's the best
truly
thing to
VIP.
do.
Yeah.
And it even says on the wristband, elitism, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can see it. And like, okay, all right. Makes sense. Makes
Absolutely.
sense. So what do you guys, do you have an expectation as far as like how many people are you expecting to be at this thing?
This world we live in is full of unknowns, my friend.
Look at the weather forecast. We were just
Yeah.
looking at it. It's going to be
Mid to high 60s.
Mid to high 60s. I mean, you talk about perfect
Sure.
beer drinking weather in
Yeah.
Arizona. You can't draw up a better day
Yep.
to have some medium to strong beer ABV and hang out on a great afternoon on a Saturday. What else are you going to do? You know?
I agree.
Also, you're going to be so you're just recovering from Super Bowl the Sunday before, and you can't just like quick stop having fun. You have to like keep the
Exactly.
roll.
Keep it
And
rolling,
with
man.
weather like that, why not?
Dry
Yeah.
January's over.
It's over.
So let's
Done with
double
that.
up the effort and
Yeah.
have whatever super
Yeah,
fun.
your
February.
Saturated
small
February.
businesses, the small businesses that our breweries have suffered through dry January. And
Yes.
now you
Poor-
have
yeah.
to pay them
Help
back.
them. Help them.
Exactly. Poor bastards.
Get it off your conscience. Come out and support and drink a gallon of beer.
I love it.
Yep.
That is a gallon, huh? How much is a gallon? How many ounces are in a gallon?
128 ounces in a gallon.
So not quite that much, but
Not quite that much.
No,
I was thinking like
almost
28, but
100.
Yeah, that's good.
They're
That is-
3-ounce
that's
samples.
appropriate.
I felt like 2 ounces. We've done 2 ounces in the past, and like you get 2 tickets, gets you a full cup or one. That never
Yeah,
works.
sure.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
So I said I don't want 4 ounces, and then only being able to give like 15 samples because there are rules that our liquor board. You can only have so many ounces per hour.
Sure. Yeah.
So I figured 3 ounces. It's an odd number, which makes people uncomfortable, and I love that.
Once again, full circle
Yeah.
to Andrew's job is making people feel uncomfortable, right? Well, hey, I'm gonna get a refill here, and then we'll come back and wrap this thing up. Talk
Great.
about some other events, maybe ones that you guys are gonna attend yourselves, if you've pinpointed those, or if you guys are just gonna be working the whole week. Either way, Sod Talk 4 is coming up. It's free. But at Salt River Fields for Strong Beer, we're rolling again. They are gonna have free water.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
have
don't even
a
have to give them a ticket.
tap system set up. Just bring your hydro flask or a cup, your empty cup, whatever.
Yeah.
Stay
Have some
hydrated.
refilling stations
Yes,
for your
yes.
water, and we're also going to have the Monster water product out
Tour water.
there. Tour water.
Wait,
Are
what is
we?
that?
I don't know. I don't know if that's finished up yet.
Monster Energy Water? Like
It
the
is- they
energy
are
They
now.
have a water brand.
Really?
It's called Tour Water. It's also launching. So they launched their hard, not energy Monster beverage.
So a liquor, booze infused
It's a malted beverage,
malted beverage.
and they're just launching it now, and it's going to be at Strong Beer, and it does not have energy, but it is flavored exactly like Monster
Ah, but it has alcohol in it,
with alcohol.
so a different type of energy.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's called The Beast.
The beast.
That's the name of
Wow. Okay.
But yeah,
That's-
we're gonna have. I think they've committed to the water,
Great.
as far as I know.
There's
Monster
definitely
water.
going to be free water there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Free water,
End of
regardless.
story.
Yes.
There
yes.
will be free
You don't have
water.
to give them a ticket. They just give
Nope.
you just get the water.
You just get the
Self-serve.
water.
Self-serve.
Oh, I
Self-serve.
also have, I believe, 5 non-alc beers that are going to be there.
Okay,
Which is super
nice.
exciting.
Like 5 different brands.
Correct,
Or,
yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
So Brewdog's going to be there with non-alc. AleSmith's going to have their non-alc there. We've got Athletic, Bruvis, and, well, Hoplark is going to be there with their 0.0, which is more of a hop water than a beer.
Okay, they the ones that do like the tea too, right? Like a hop.
They also
tea
do
and-
a tea, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
When
Your
I
face,
was
I
at
was like,
Uncle
is that a
Bear's-
good thing? Or is that, I'm like,
I would actually get it direct shipped from them because they didn't have distribution down here.
yeah.
So they would direct ship it to Uncle Bear so I could have it in the tap room because we needed
Nice.
more non-alc with flavor.
Yeah.
And it was pretty popular.
I
with
like that.
me.
I like this movement of the non-alcoholic drinks,
Yeah.
because so, I mean, I can pound beers like no other, and that's a
Yeah.
problem sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But it's the flow of the liquid.
I
that,
always have non-alc in my fridge at home.
Yeah.
Always. Because, you have a couple beers. You're like, I don't want to stop drinking. Also, I need to stay awake. So I'm just going to drink a non-alc. Or you go, okay, I've had an IPA. I want to have a stout now. And they have, like, delicious stout NAs.
Interesting.
Delicious. Like you
It's
would
Yoo-hoo.
not know.
It's like chocolate milk.
It's so good.
It's out.
Now, okay, so as you're at Strong Beer Fest, right, as you're drinking some of these medium to strong beers, as you say, you also are going to be hydrated with free water, but also food, right? You guys are going to have some food vendors as well?
Oh yeah, we'll have food trucks, every type of food truck will be there. There'll be about 12, 13 food vendors there, which will of all different types. So that'll help kind of, take a break from drinking the beer and get some food, and then go back out into the wild and get some more beer. So
And these
yeah,
guys
it'll be fun.
already have like lawn games ready to
Yeah.
go.
Nice.
Plenty
We've
of
got-
games and stuff and activities.
Yeah, it's so
we'll have,
cool.
The Lucha Libre wrestling out there too.
Oh,
So
nice.
the Phoenix Beer Co. will have some of
Yeah.
that. And
Oh, yeah.
there'll be music being pumped through. It'll be a fun experience for everybody.
Yeah.
And like Andrew said, the VIP area is going to be big and kind of front and center, right in the middle of the festival. So those super VIP and VIP tickets can go in there. It's a respite, but you're still front and center, can see everybody, and it's going to just be breweries for as far as the eye can see. Like
I have
all the way
heard
down to the
rumors
trade.
of a dunk tank
that is in progress.
tattoo
That-
artist.
Oh God, really?
Didn't hear that.
Teeth bejeweling.
Yes, that I've heard.
Teeth
of.
bejeweling?
Yes.
So I can get like a grill?
If
Yes.
If you want to.
Wow.
Teeth
Real
bejeweling.
tattoos? Like real tattoos?
I don't know. I've heard
Henna?
I don't henna.
No,
Henna?
not this festival, but
There's quite a few
There'll be
other
some other
vendors
stuff.
too, non-food vendors that
Yeah.
are going to
Yep.
be there. More than I've seen before. I looked at that shared list you sent to me. Thanks,
somebody
bud.
looked at it.
I did.
like it.
I was like, look at that. He's got all the columns and check marks for thing. It's great.
Somebody's got to stay organized. And you get 200 vendors, you got to make sure everybody's got the right, permit and all this insurance and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's been fun, but it's going to be a great time out there. And there's something for everybody. And all the breweries do a great job of having something unique and special. And so when you go to sample their beer, you interact with them, and they have some kind of setup, and just that's kind of a small taste of what their brewery is or tap room is.
Sure.
That's what they kind of want to display. So it's fun for everybody out there, and it's just a good time.
Nice.
I also encourage people to take a lot of pictures so you can remember everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tag the
Oh yeah,
the
you can
guild.
post them on
Yeah.
social media too.
And
But take
tag the
pictures for
guild.
yourself, and then go back and look and be like, "What was that place again?"
Maybe
Oh,
wait to
yeah.
tag until Sunday. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if the guild, why would you tag me in this? Like, I was, yeah.
Hashtag SBF 2023 Strong Beer Fest 2023.
Yep.
like it.
I just invented it.
Good
right
job.
here.
Nice.
Yeah, take pictures of the breweries that you haven't tried before, their menu boards, so you can remember. Oh yeah, I went to this brewery and I had that black IPA. Oh, that's the name of it. That's where it was, so you can remember. That's an important part of the festival, is the experience of different places and things. I mean,
Yeah.
other than Andrew and maybe a few select others, we don't all drive all over the state to Havasu, to Tucson, and hit everything in between. So this is your chance to get a really, really good offering from the entire state
Yeah.
in one
Yeah. It's
you know,
also
8-acre radius.
It's a great time too, though. Like if you're traveling to Flagstaff or you're traveling to Tombstone, traveling around, you can say, "Oh, I tried that brewery. I want to stop in at their tap house or their brewery and go actually see what they are all
Do you know
about."
about saved locations on Google Maps? Surely you do, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I save everything. So then I know, and I'm like, oh, I'm in this part of the country or neck of the woods. I can
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Everyone asks me for recommendations. They're like, Shaun,
Timeline.
we're going downtown or we're going to Tucson or wherever. Where should we eat or drink? I'm like, hold on. I find all my saved. I'm like, this is this and this and this and this, and don't do that and do this. And that's my favorite. That was a revelation to me 4 or 5 years ago.
I love it, man.
So, you've got to be the food and drink expert in your circle of family and friends, right?
I get hit up quite a lot of, and I geek out on it too. People are like, "Hey man, I'm gonna come to Phoenix. Where should I go?" I'm like, "Shit, all right, man, sit down."
We got some criteria. I fill out this
some notes.
7-page questionnaire, and then I can make a personalized itinerary for
Well,
you.
what's cool about it is I've done it so much over the years that now I basically just have a sheet, and I'm like, all right, what part of town are you going to be in? I just kind of pull some things. It needs updated here and there, but, I enjoy that stuff. I do. I enjoy sending people to shitty places and then laughing about it.
Well, there's a McDonald's down on McDowell. You should definitely check it
It's
out.
really good, man. Their fries are always fresh. Great place to poop, but
Try the pizza.
So, all right, where do people get their tickets? Where's the website? What is? Just go to the
StrongBeerFest.com.
perfect.
Bingo
That's
bango.
easy.
All the info's there.
Yeah.
I updated today all of the breweries that are going to be there. So there's over 60 Arizona breweries. There's over 130 breweries total
Yeah.
that are going to be at Strong Beer Fest. Just go to strongbeerfest.com. www. Wait, is that
World Wide Web.
backwards?
I'm
Switch it
dyslexic.
around.
It doesn't
One thing
matter.
I'm super excited about is that Chris from Prison Hill Brewing is going to be here from Yuma. They haven't gone out and done a festival in like 4 years because they just had so much going on they couldn't even manage it. And he hit me up. He's like, "Is there still room for us to get in?" Yesterday.
Nice.
Just kidding.
Too soon.
It was a couple weeks ago, but
Yeah.
I'm just so excited they're going to be here.
Yeah.
And that's a brewery that a lot of people, might not know exists because they're just driving through Yuma on the way to San Diego. But
Yeah.
maybe now they go to Strong Beer Fest. They get to try some of the delicious brews that come out of that place, and they say, "This is going to be my little lunch stop on the way next time."
Yeah.
So
I
that's-
dig that.
It's a big deal for breweries from all over the state to be coming.
Yeah, like you said, it's connecting the kind of the outskirts, the ones that are, out there, and they're just, people aren't going to drive to Yuma just to hit up the brewery necessarily, right? But it gives people the opportunity to experience that. So if they are going through next time, they're, they don't stop at Chili's to eat lunch. They
Yeah.
stop at,
Which would be your recommendation.
Oh yeah,
Chili's in Yuma is
Oh,
just
dude, one of the
their
best.
Great
riblets
ribs.
are unstoppable.
Baby back ribs.
I'm not welcome at Chili's anymore. Actually,
A
Yeah.
band across the U.S. Yes, yeah.
Every Chili's.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Beer Week itself. Is there anything that you guys are excited about, like personally, that things that you guys have done in the past that is going to come up this year, or anything aside from strong beer that you guys are excited about?
I'm going to be a guest judge at the
Rumble.
Rumble in downtown Phoenix.
Like a rum bowl.
Yeah, I think so.
Rumble.
Rum. It's rum featured drinks. I'm not sure where. I've just been asked.
This is,
They
I'm
blindfold
in.
you. Yeah.
Grand Canyon Brewery and Distillery is
Okay.
doing an event where they're bringing in guest bartenders there's a place called the Chapman. Is that
The
possible?
Chapman?
Is that a thing?
Sure.
It is
Maybe.
now.
It starts with
great.
the letter C, wherever the
Churchill?
bar is.
The
they're going to.
Churchill, maybe?
Churchill.
Churchill, thank you.
There
That's
you go.
it.
Yeah, I've been.
I knew it was
okay.
an oldies kind of name, like something.
Charlie Chapman or
Yeah.
Winston Churchill.
What, Charlie Chapman?
Potato potato.
Charlie Chapman. You know, Charlie Chaplin's
His cousin.
cousin.
So they're going to be at the Churchill, and they have a bunch of different bartenders coming in with different ingredients and making fun rum drinks with Grand Canyon Distilling rum, which is cool.
Perfect.
And they're also going to be featuring their beer because it's Beer Week, so let's talk about beer.
Beer. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all I know about right
I
now.
know.
Just wanted to brag that he's
Yeah.
going to be at the
Yeah, I mean,
Rumble.
look at me.
He
I'm a
is.
guest judge.
No, it's going to be a fun time, and I am reaching out to breweries that have full bars to bring their bartenders in for this event. So hopefully we
Nice.
can get some crossover. And also
Okay.
cocktails can also involve beer as part of a cocktail. It's a thing. I've seen it.
For sure. Well, that brings me to one that I'm very excited about. I just saw this, but that brewing out of Pine, out of
Strawberry.
Cottonwood. Yep, they
They're
and they have
strawberry.
the strawberry blonde. Yeah, it is strawberry, huh?
They're in Strawberry,
They're
Arizona.
in strawberry, and they make a strawberry
They're
blonde.
in
Man,
Pine, but yeah.
full circle.
Pine. But I think it's like
It's like 4
Gilbert and
miles
Chandler,
away.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
So this is something that typically only industry people get to experience, but at Hopbox, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Hopbox at the Pemberton, they're doing hot scotchies.
I'm in.
Oh.
Yeah.
When's that?
God, I love this.
That
Fuck
is
yes.
Yeah.
February 17th from 7 to 9. That brewing's going to be there, and they're going to have Strawberry
Wow.
Blonde and Nebula Milk
Another
Stout.
cool thing that brewery is doing
delicious.
is they're raffling off a teardrop trailer.
Ah.
This has been going on for 2 months that they've been selling tickets. They're only selling 400 tickets.
I saw them at Copper State.
Yeah,
had
and
it
they
set
have
up
this
there.
cool trailer, and the raffle is happening at Strong Beer.
Mm.
They're drawing the name
That's
of
the
the
drawing.
winner.
Okay.
at
Have you
Strong
entered? Can you win?
I could win. I have not entered.
Are
Okay.
they bringing the trailer?
They're
to the
bringing the
Strawberry?
trailer. It's gonna be
News
there.
to you.
Yeah.
No. He knows all about it. It was in their little
I,
thing.
I know. They have
Yeah.
a bigger space.
He
Okay.
knows.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine. They're going to
Awesome.
bring
You
it
just
in on
name
the
the
Only
brewery, and
400.
I know what
I mean,
space they're having.
Only 400 tickets. Yeah.
The guild should buy you one, and then you could
That's a
sleep
pretty
in
big
that
deal.
instead of your car
there you
on
go.
your
I don't
travels.
Yeah.
want to.
Oh,
You could brand it.
I
with
really
Guild
like sleeping in my
stickers and
car.
stuff all over it.
I mean,
I like to sleep in my car.
I have it built out for.
Your car?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I have a platform and
What kind of
drawers
car do
underneath.
you have?
Oh, a Super
It's a
Forester.
Geo Metro.
All right. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that
Andrew
makes
just
sense.
like cuddles
It's
up in the back of the Metro.
Miata.
It's cool. You open up the passenger door. It's
It's
like
great.
a whole
No
new
big
room.
deal.
It's a whole new room.
Oh boy.
It's a 5-season.
Well,
room.
other cool events.
Yes.
If you've heard of the Hungry Monk, they
Heard it.
have the brewery and donuts this year.
Like the brewery
That-
Churro.
The brewery, yes.
Yeah.
So I believe Patrick Rue is actually going to be here
Oh.
this week for Beer Week, and at that event. Don't quote me; I could be wrong, but I think I saw
late.
that. I know. I quoted myself.
And when is that? What day?
Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Oh,
calendar.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Go
Go
to
to the calendar.
Go to
at-
azcraftbrewersguild.com. and
Choose
look at the,
AZBrews
oh, that too.
.com.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Choose AZ Brews.
And go to the events calendar, and all those will be listed there.
Yeah. Hungry Monk
a-
has some fantastic food as well, right?
Yeah.
They're kind of legends in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is the Brewers Roundtable? This is at
Santan. Yeah.
Santan, yes, at the
So-
Santan Gardens.
Indeed. Santan Gardens is their large brewing facility on Warner, and they have Jeremy DiConcini from Moto Sonora, Michael Marquez from Mother Road, Megan Greenwood from Greenwood Brewing, and of course Anthony Konecchia from Santan. Is there another one?
One more
Oh, for the bonus points.
for the bonus points. Tall guy, gray hair. Soccer is played at his brewery quite often. The games on TV.
Walter Station.
Walter Station.
Oh,
Jim.
Jim from Walter
Jim will
Station's
be
going to be
there.
there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So they're going to be there. They're doing a coursed dinner with beer pairings, and also those brewers are going to be talking about their breweries, their beer, and their philosophies on life.
Oh wow.
I only
Pretty
say that
cool.
because Jim's going to be there, and he can't help but share his philosophy on life. It's okay. It's my favorite. So that is another really cool event. That's a ticketed event. You're going to want to get to that ASAP if you want to be involved, because that's not a walk up and just have it happen thing.
Yeah.
Huss is doing a golf tournament.
They do a lot of stuff. Huss is always doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also they advertise the heck out of it.
Yeah, they do.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty
They're probably
cool.
ones submitting their stuff in December too, huh? They're on top of that.
I'm not saying that, but I'm nodding.
What is it? The cinnamon toast crunch beer that
Kings.
Huss and does with Kings, and I think
Yeah.
it started with Mickey. So I'm glad to see that Mark and Sarah are continuing that legacy on.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Kings. Love those guys.
Cool.
So it's cool to see them doing that.
Definitely.
Wicked Rain is going to be doing all Arizona beers through the whole week.
They are doing all Arizona beers from the 20th to the 26th.
Yep.
They are also going to be at the Strong Beer Festival with a tent. They get some beers direct shipped to them from the Northwest.
Yeah.
So there'll be unique beers you won't be able to get anywhere else in Arizona
I like that.
other than at their place or
Yeah.
at Strong Beer Fest. So
Yeah, we got a few tap rooms signed
Cool.
up to come, and they've partnered with different breweries to showcase
Partnering.
some- yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? Partner?
I
Yeah.
said it right.
yeah.
Partnered.
He was
I
just
was
agreeing with
agreeing.
you. He was echoing.
Gotcha. I thought I missed.
It's the
misused
Brewers
it.
cracks got you self-conscious, Sean.
Yikes! Anyway, several tap rooms
Yeah.
that are going to be on out there and have a bunch of beers on tap. So we're getting them involved. So then you know where to go to get the beer. That's also
Yeah.
a part of it. You know, you may not be able to get to all the way up north or south, but you can go into the Valley Tap Room, or you can go into King's or one of those and enjoy some beers.
Heck yeah. And I think Wicked Rain just did a beer with Simple Machine this past week, so that'll be one of the beers they probably have on tap for that.
Cool.
And then my favorite event is the arm wrestling
Yeah.
tournament.
Right.
That is. Have you guys been to that yet?
No, I
Oh,
go.
it is crazy.
It is.
remember it from last year, seeing some highlights.
Yeah.
So I
It
may
was-
have to add it to the calendar for
You got
this year.
to.
It's at the courthouse in downtown Chandler.
Yep.
Oh,
Court.
that's right, at the court. Yeah.
Cool venue.
All right, what day is that?
It's Tuesday the 21, 18, 19, 20, 21,
22nd?
21st.
21st. Yeah. 21st.
If I've shaken off my rum hangover by then,
Look at the.
because I'm going to be a guest judge at the Rumble.
I feel you.
case you
I
didn't
feel
hear.
you. You can look at the
Rewind
calendar
the
at
podcast.
chooseazbrews.com, the events calendar,
There
and
you
it'll
go.
tell you exactly
See?
when that event
See?
is.
That's a fun one.
Or
That is
just
a really fun
call
one.
Andrew on his personal cell phone number, which
480.
is, and he can give you the full list.
It's not a great idea. I don't answer calls if I don't have your number, so.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have yours. You
Yeah.
guys get answered.
Okay, well, call me,
I'm the
and
same.
we'll match in, Andrew. I'll forward you over. But
Three-way
I'm
call.
interested to see if anybody can even get close to beating Jacqueline Phillips. 4 years, I think she's won in a row, like easily. Like she basically is telling girls stories as she's like
She just
crushing
says,
her arms.
I refuse to not win. Therefore,
Yikes.
you guys are done.
Yeah,
To every single person that shows up, she says that.
yeah.
No, there's no way you're going to beat me ever.
She said her victory speech last year. She was like, there was a lot of really strong girls. They're just fucking not strong enough. Wow. Like drop, carries the belt away. She's a badass, yeah. But there's some badass girls that do that, and it's fun. It's cool. They get the whole. It's like WWF style. They come out of the building with like the fog machine going, and they have their own theme music. So, yeah. And I'll be announcing. No big deal.
Boom, boom.
Not everybody can judge a rum punch or whatever they call it.
Rumble.
Anybody can do that.
Rumble, yes. So, all right, guys, anything else you guys want to share before we wrap this thing up? Thank you guys for your time and doing this, but what else? Anything?
Yeah, get your tickets, early, and if you VIP, come to the Friday VIP party on the Pepsi patio at Salt River Fields, and yeah,
Love it.
buy tickets.
Cool.
StrongBeerFest.com.
And
ChooseAZBrews.com.
/.
Events.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.